Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high. Perfect for a little fishing.
Morning, guys. I'm going to start out with the Hoyt buzzer this morning, and you see it got some silver on the bottom now. I'm going to try it. Haven't thrown it since last year, man. I'll just see if I can catch something on it. Wind's blowing about 15 miles an hour already this morning, so we'll see how we do. I'm not going to be out here very long. Now you can hear the wind howling. The wind's blowing pretty good, and this is like 6:30, quarter to 7, somewhere around there. You can see the moon up there. It's still pretty high. I'm not really sure what. I think it sets at 10:30 or something. Usually when it's setting like that, the fish will bite a little better. But I started out with the buzz bait this morning, and it was just too rough, and the water was really rough. So I switched over to the whopper plopper. Make a little more commotion on top of the water to bring them up, and then I started catching a few of them on the whopper plopper. But you know, when it's calm, when it's really calm, you can catch them on the buzzer. But it was pretty rough. I could still see along the bank. I could still see the shad and stuff flipping and the fry flipping there along the bank. And I seen how big the shad was this morning from the blue herring. They were just following them up and down the bank, and I can see why the crappie are so big. I mean, the shad are really good size, what the crappie is feeding on. You probably could have used this morning too something. I mean, you gotta use small stuff because the bait's only about 3 inches long, or the shad and fry. But you could probably take a small rattle trap and do the same thing. Yep, there's the old moon, and throw in there. I just switched it up from the Wacky worm, the Cinco, to the whopper plopper, and caught a few this morning, just back and forth. I've seen a few speck fishermen but not a lot because it was cold. It was really cold out there. The biggest thing about when the wind's blowing like that is boat control. It's trying to control the boat, and then my boat's aluminum, and it kind of just, it flops it around about everywhere. The fiberglass, that's one good thing about a fiberglass. It's a lot more stable in rough water, rough wind. The aluminum boat, it's like standing on a beach ball. You know what I'm saying? It'll start rocking. Fish on right here. Had a few blow up. I missed, but then I caught a few too. It just see the wind's blowing me into the bank here.
That's the closest I've come falling in for a while. First cast, man.
Yeah, I dropped my pole in the water. Just I come close to falling in right there. I just if it wouldn't have been for that them rod holders over there, it's kind of like a railing for me. It kind of helped me from going in. I was able to catch myself right there. Oh well, the joys of getting old. Like I said, the wind blowing you around, and then my electric motor hit, and everything just stopped. And I kept going for a minute. So
You gotta watch the birds, man. They'll show you where the fish was. There wasn't nothing there, but there was cover there, but the shadow uploaded in right in here, and this blue herring come in there, and I watched him pick them up. I threw that plopper in there. I mean, instantly I caught a fish. Yeah, I'll sit right here.
you can see the trees, how hard it's blowing. I switched my Shimano reel over on my Falcon rod, and it just made it a lot easier reeling and bringing the bait back in. Just that old cheap reel I had yesterday, it worked. I got fish on it, but you got to reel at 100 miles an hour to get it back to you. I think I lost a couple this morning. I'm not real sure. I had the other ones kind of come up there and blow up on it, but they looked like they was about 10 inches long, 9, 10 inches long. They weren't very big. I was just trying to parallel the bank, stay in that strike zone. If you go out too far, you get out there too far, they're not out there. But this is the first thing in the morning. Now, as the morning goes on, you can go out there and probably catch them. But once this morning bite stops, I pretty well stop too. I don't. It's just no sense. You can catch a few more, but you got to work for them. But they're out, like I said, they're out there in deep water. Later on. There's another one on. Fish on, guys. Fish on there.
Fish on, man. Fish on.
I think that the water temperature is like 68 degrees in the river. I think it's, no, maybe it's, yeah, 68 degrees and it's 70 in the lake a little bit. I run down to the lake and the lake's pretty churned up, pretty muddy. It's getting shallower and shallower. It's down to like, I don't know, 12 and a half feet, 13 feet. It was like 15 and a half feet. It's dropped 2.5 feet or something like that. They're going to take it on down to 11 feet, which is, they say it's good for it. So, that's a good thing, just leave it down there. This old boy right here was hooked good. I mean, you get that in a gristle on the side of their mouth, it's hard to get them hooks out. It's just, full of them shad, feeding on them shad. Get them 2 sets of treble hooks on that thing. It don't take much to get tangled up. Like I said, I'm using that Shimano. I think it's Shimano Calcutta. Is that right? And I'm using the Falcon 7.5 foot, medium heavy. I like that soft tip on them for topwater fishing. And picked up the old wacky worm there and see if I can catch a few on the wacky worm. I think I no more than throwed it in there and hooked one. I mean, he must have thrown right on top of his head. Had him on. Yeah, line. Some of my line's been on there like for 2 years. I got to change line on some of these reels. So I'm gonna do that today when I go back in. I got an appointment to get my boat worked on Monday morning, and I got the light on the front quit working, and just my aerator quit working. Just a few little things. I'm taking it down to Steve and letting Justin work on it. Kyle, The old Wacky Cinco. I think I went down again right there.
Hang on, boys.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be a rocky night. Oh goodness.
You can see the fish are on the screen out there. As the sun comes up, as usual, they just kind of ease out there right on the break. And that's when you got to start using a crankbait or Carolina rig or, just something, just something out there on the bottom. Get down, you got to use something a little bit heavier to get right down there with them because they just move out. I mean, the bait's still on the bank, but they're not hitting it. Yeah, this is the mouth of the river right here. Look how many boats down there. The snowbirds are gone.